All right, so my goal in the next 5 minutes is to try to inspire you guys to actually heighten your expectations for yourselves, okay, and what you call innovation. So I'm going to talk about innovation. I'm going to have a lot of slides at the beginning, so if you just want to keep the slide going, that'd be good. So when I was 21, I think it was like 21, I left Canada and I moved to the Valley and I became obsessed with security. So I started this company, AirPost, to help big companies innovate because I found that their security department was this huge, like, just say no barrier. So I got really deep into cloud security. We ended up building AirPost into a leading cloud security company, which was eventually acquired by Box, if you guys have heard of Box in the Valley. I worked at Box. I led some of their product teams, including their AI team and some others. During this time, I was speaking around the world. So I was talking, obviously in the Valley. I was in Korea talking about startups, Poland talking about innovation, Beijing meeting different ministers and government officials about how they innovate. Eventually, I got so deep in this culture of innovation and startups that I joined Alchemist Accelerator, which is the leading B2B enterprise startup accelerator in the Valley. And I was meeting a whole kind of level of smart people that are building quantum computing companies, VR companies, AI, IoT, next-gen security, companies that have now gone from 0 to over $1 billion in valuation. And before I tell you kind of why that matters, I'm gonna talk about this bag of protein. So let's talk about this bag of protein. Yesterday, I come back from the gym, and I'm about to get some protein from this bag. And I noticed something interesting, okay? This is what I noticed. I just took a picture for you guys. Cutting edge innovation. Like, how cutting edge innovation can protein be? Like, clearly, right? I mean, it might taste better, it might dissolve a little bit better, but like, how cutting edge can this be? And I started thinking, like, this is how a lot of us are thinking about innovation, especially outside the Valley. This is what I noticed. Like, the bar for innovation is so low. Like, when we're doing things that are just like upgrades, we call it innovation. Like, we're innovating. It's not really innovation, you're just making things a little bit better, right? When I talk about innovation, like, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Transparent solar panels, 3D printing houses for like less of the 1/10 of the cost. This company, Impossible Foods, they're actually making synthetic meat. This is all plant-based, but it looks like meat, smells like meat, feels like meat, everything. All these companies are over hundreds of millions of dollars in value, right? This is innovation. Now, when we think about innovation, this is kind of where our mind goes, like, oh, slides and pinball machines, people wearing t-shirts and hoodies, like that's not innovation. Companies don't innovate, people innovate, okay? Like, you guys are the ones that innovate, right? So what does that mean? Like, I met all these people that are actually innovating. Well, what do they have? And it's actually pretty simple, and I'm going to tell you guys, and it's going to sound simple, but this is it. Like, it's 3 things. The first one is this mindset. You got to get in this mindset of not waiting to hear the answer. Like, go figure it out. When we're born, we're told where to take a piss. When we're in school, we're told to raise our hand and wait to talk. When you're at work, a lot of people just wait for their bosses to tell them what to do next. When you're innovating, like, you need a new mindset. You got to figure it out. Like, nobody is going to give you answers to problems that don't have answers yet, Like, you have to figure out the solution. You got to put in the work. So once you get in that mindset, the second thing you need to do is, like, find what you love. Find that burning passion. For me, it's this intersection of education and innovation, and that's why I'm working on TKS. But for you, like, how do you figure out what you love? And if you don't know what you love yet, make that a priority. Like, why do you want to live your lives not knowing what you like to do every day, right? And so dedicate, like, pieces of your week to just go and learn new things. You don't know what you love because you don't have information. Go get more information. When you find what you love, go deep. Like, go really, really deep. Master it, right? And how do you master stuff? First, there's this thing called the internet, which has way more information than anything that existed, 20 years ago before Google. When you get to that certain level of information, go talk to the smartest people in the world. And that's pretty easy too with this thing called LinkedIn, right? Like, go talk to the experts. Go talk to those smartest people in the world and master that thing that you're passionate about. So it's pretty easy, right? get in that new mindset, figure out what you love, and become a master at it. And guess what? You'll find opportunities. Like, this is where innovation happens. Innovation is not these random ideas that you just think about when you're in the shower. That's not innovation, right? Those are just ideas. You got to find opportunities. You got to put in the work, get more information. This is Ben. He's a 16-year-old student in our TKS Toronto program. When he came in, he had no idea what he loved. He was just, this super curious, driven guy. During TKS, he found a passion for neurology. So he went deep into it. He started realizing that there wasn't much innovation in the last couple of decades in neurology. So he's like, why? Why don't we know that much about our brains? Like, we're trying to build artificial intelligence. We don't even know anything about intelligence. So he went into it and found, well, we don't know much about the brain because we don't really understand it well. We can't see it well. MRIs haven't really changed. And so he connected with experts. He read all the research. And now guess what? Ben is working on a new way to image your brain, new medical imaging technology that measures it at a more than 20x level of granularity. And he's 16, okay? And then another student, Sunrose, who's sitting right here, was like, that's cool. And now they're working on it together. And they're actually building something important. They're innovating in a space that hasn't been touched in decades, competing against Siemens and GE of the world, right? Because they're interested, they're passionate, and they went deep. So for you guys, like, that's it, right? Like, get in this new mindset, get more information, find out what you love, and go deep. And whether it's you or the company you're at or whatever, like, you'll find innovation. All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Questions?
Hey, great presentation. This is not really a question, just something to say about what you do. Just if you're helping out kids like get better at tech, make sure you go to like the ghetto and the hoods and stuff and get those kids and like show them tech because they need the help the most, I think. I see all these like rich kids and stuff, but it's easy for them, right? You gotta go to the ghetto, you know? Go ahead.
I just really wanted to acknowledge you. I thought that was amazing. Just a great pep talk and everything, and I strongly agree. You just need to go out and love what you do. Just wondering, like, for yourself, what sparked you and what you love? Like, was there a turning point for you?
Okay, so I'm sitting on the plane back from that Beijing conference, okay? I was literally there for 2 nights. I had this one bright red backpack, pretty ridiculous. I'm in first class. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, how the hell did I get here? Like, 5 years ago, I was sitting in this dorm room with actually this guy sitting right here, JP. Where is he? He was here. Like, I just saw him after a couple of years. Like, oh, there he is, way over there. Like, we were just playing Smash Bros. And I'm sitting in first class in this plane. Like, what the heck? How did I get here, right? And there's so many kids. There's so many smart kids that are definitely much smarter than me, that have the drive, have the passion, but don't have the opportunity. And there's nothing that exists right now to give them that opportunity. And so I'm like, I want to give them that opportunity. I want to help them understand what I wish I knew when I was younger. So my brother, who's over there somewhere working at McKinsey, he left. We started this together. TKS is for age 13 to 17, and that's for kids that have that drive but don't know what they want to do. And guess what? That's like most kids. When you guys were going to university, like, how many of you actually, like, don't put up your hands, but how many of you actually knew exactly what you wanted to do and what school you wanted to go to? Like, I didn't. So what was the point of high school? Like, shouldn't that prepare us for the rest of our lives, right? And it really doesn't. It didn't for me. So I wanted to solve that problem. I wanted to have that intersect, like I mentioned, my passion, innovation, and education, kind of blend them together based on my experiences of what I learned and where I thought the future was going, and what these kids need to learn now to create that future, to be the next Musks and Zuckerbergs that actually take Canada from this like small country to like a world-renowned innovation hub, you know?
Thank you.